My name is John Heck. I am the Director of Athletic Operations here at Stockton, and I get the pleasure to induct our first Hall of Famer tonight, and that is CC DeSalvo. Her official name is Constance, but I probably didn't know that until we were getting ready for the Hall of Fame. She was strictly CC for all the time that I've known her and she's been here. CC was a member of the softball team from 2002 through 2005. She's the second softball player that's being inducted into the Hall of Fame. When CC was here, she was a dominant force on the pitcher's mound. No doubt about that. In my memory, I also think she was the ultimate team player. She was always willing to fill whatever role she needed to fill to make the team better, to do whatever needed to be done to make the Ospreys a stronger team. And while she was fierce on the field, she was happy-go-lucky off the field. She was a joy to be around, a lot of fun to be around, and she was able to turn that on and off from when she was on the mound to between when she was in the dugout. I got to know CC very well during her sophomore year. She had a pretty major elbow injury. She had had a spectacular freshman season, and we spent a whole lot of time together in rehab and trying to get her elbow back to where it was. Her sophomore year, she was only able to pitch 29 innings, so it was a tough year. She had been a dominant pitcher, I think, her whole life, so it was a big change. Although that year she did manage to hit 308, so she contributed to the team in a different manner. But none of us were quite sure whether CC was going to be back, and back to the CC that she was the prior year. But her junior year, she came back. She pitched 99 innings and had a 0.78 ERA. So she earned her way back, and here we are now at the Hall of Fame. So I want to run through some of CC's accomplishments in her time here. She was an all-region first-team selection. She was a two-time NJAC all-conference selection. She's a COSIDA academic all-district member. She's the NFCA All-American Scholar Athlete. So she was good on the field, and she was also very good in the classroom. So some career stats for CC. She holds the career record for ERA at .99. She's fourth in strikeouts. She's sixth in innings pitched. She's seventh in wins. And if you think about what that might have been if she was able to pitch more than 29 innings in her sophomore year. Of the 7 career pitching categories, CC is ranked in the top 10 in all of them. As far as season stats, she had the second, the fourth, and the sixth best seasons ever in ERA. She had the third and ninth best totals in strikeouts in a season, the fourth and sixth best totals for shutouts in a season, and of the 6 pitching categories in the season area, CC is again ranked in the top 10 in all of them. And to put the cherry on the top of the ice cream cone, she was also a good hitter. Her career batting average was .312. She had 98 hits and 47 runs, so she was a complete player. She's earned her right to be here. CC, please come on up.
Okay, I'm going to try to get through this without crying or anything. First, I would like to congratulate my fellow Hall of Fame inductees. I've read each one of your accomplishments, and it's truly an honor to be here with you, your family, and your friends to celebrate this great event. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for this recognition. As already said, but I especially want to thank John Heck for the hours you spent getting me back on the field. Regardless of all my injuries, you stuck with me and made sure I did everything I could do to get back. At one point, I think we did spend more time together than I did with my own boyfriend. So I really appreciate that. When I found out that I was being given this award, I was taken back a little bit. This is the part I'm going to try not to cry, but 3 years ago, I was sitting in the same Hall of Fame dinner to witness a very good friend, Tara Barker, receive this induction award. Sorry, I actually practiced this part so I wouldn't cry, but Tara, however, had lost a courageous battle with cancer shortly before the ceremony. Having my name be anywhere next to hers is the biggest honor I could ever have. She was one of the greatest people and players I've ever met, and I'm forever linked to her now with this Hall of Fame. So thank you guys very much for that, because it's the best. Thank you guys. Okay, so No athlete can get to the collegiate level without the support of so many coaches and family. Hi, baby. My dad was both to me. I remember all the hours he spent not only coaching me, but also helping to run our entire softball program, just so everyone in the town had a place to play. One of the greatest lessons I could ever learn came from him. It was after an all-star game when I was like 9 or 10 years old. We were playing in a very competitive all-star game, and the umpire would not call a strike. No matter where I threw it, it wasn't a strike. Being a 10-year-old girl, I started to cry on the mound, which happens, I guess. My dad proceeded to pull me into the car when the game was over, looked me dead in the eye, and told me, "I didn't drive all this way to watch you cry. Softball's supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun, there's no point of us being here." So from that point on, I learned the importance of keeping your composure, regardless of where you're at, the situation are, even though I'm crying right now, but trying to make sure that no matter whatever was going on in the game, I was always able to keep my composure and not get upset. And that was a life skill that I think is so important that sports brings out in you. So thank you very much, Dad, for teaching me that lesson. And thank you for making me the player that I was and the person that I am today. So also at the table, I have the most amazing family who's always supported me in anything that I tried to do. I want to thank my mom, my stepmother, my grandparents, my sisters, and my brother for all the time, effort, and support that you gave me through the years. I've been blessed to have so many coaches who volunteered their time to teach me the game and who believed on me when the game was on the line. And for that, I'm forever grateful. I will never forget my first practice here at Stockton. I was taking grounders at first base, or should I say Val was hitting line drives at me, and all of a sudden she stopped. She threw the bat on the ground, ran up to me, got about this close to my face, and proceeded to yell at me for not having a mouth guard. I'd never played with a mouth guard before. I didn't know softball players ever were supposed to wear mouth guards. But that's how she was. She always got her point across. One of the greatest lessons I learned from you, Val, was the concept that being 15 minutes early is on time is late, and late means you're running laps. And I am still to this day know my family and friends as being the early one for everything. So thank you very much for that important lesson. It served me pretty well. Also, thank you to Val Frick and Brooke and the rest of the softball coaching staff. I have so many great memories and so many great lessons that I've learned that stretch far beyond the field. And I just can't thank you enough for all the time that we've had together. Stockton will always feel like home to me, no matter how much the campus has changed, which it has quite a bit. One of the greatest things about Stockton was that it always felt like a family. No one here was ever out of reach. As a student, I loved going into the athletics office and chatting with Lonnie Folks, Chris Roman, Larry James, Sue Newcomb, and getting a great workout with Kevin. You always made me feel welcomed and part of this great community. This is something that can only be achieved by very few colleges, and generally not one to this size. It's one of the things that makes Stockton so special, is that you not only are here to receive an education or play a sport, you're here to meet people that will impact your life forever. Stockton not only gave me the chance to play a game I love and get a great education, but also gave me the chance to meet my husband. He played baseball, and I played softball, so we obviously ran into each other from time to time. But our first meeting was at the gym or the dungeon, which I've told has been changed quite a bit, is not quite dungeon-like anymore. Not only did we meet here and date here, but he also proposed to me on the softball mound after my last home game. So, needless to say, it's always going to be a very special place for the two of us. I'm so excited for him to be here tonight, but also our 3 children that we have together. I just want them to know that how important it is to see that hard work does pay off, dedication is important in anything in life that you try to do, and that sports play an important role in teaching teamwork and sacrifice. But mostly, I'm so excited for them to be here to see that Mommy used to do things besides clean the house and do their laundry. There would never be enough time for me to thank everyone who's brought me to this point today, and there's not enough words to express the gratitude I feel for having this honor. And so I'm going to finish up with a poem that I've always loved, and it felt that it really sums up the importance of sports, especially Division III sports, where you're not getting paid to be here. You're here because you want to be here, and you're here because you love the sport. So, anything is possible if you think it's worthwhile, if you're willing to go the distance, to go the extra mile. With determination and effort, you can often achieve more, because you don't always get what you wish, but you get what you work for. Dreams can become challenging, but no matter what the cost, strive to complete the task before you, and you'll never end up lost. So bring with you your goals and leave your doubts behind. Whether you think you can't or you can, you certainly will find. You'll be right either way, so never quit, and this is why. You'll never become a failure until you fail to try. So thank you guys very much. This is an honor. Thank you.